Sulod ka sa Google Class.
Ayun, sige, recorded na. So anyone, again, for chapter 6, we will cover deferred annuity and perpetuity. So the term sa dato according to John Ricks. Okay. 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 Sige. So, actually, sakto mo tanan, no? When we say deferred annuity, yung gusto nga kuan na is, same na gyapon siya nga natin annuity payments, pero naa siya delay before ka mag-start sa imong pay. So, ang tawag dato ana is period of deferment. Tama? Guys? Nata mo, guys? Sige, period of deferment. Okay. Now, can somebody chat to our kanang chat box kung unsa ang formula for deferred annuity? Guys, delay ba?
Yes, sir.
Delay ba akong tingog?
Dili, sir.
Okay, sige. Sige, can somebody chat sa atong chat box kung unsa ang formula for deferred annuity? Kay table factor na maya ni siya diri. So unsa ang formula for, sige, let's start with future value of deferred annuity. Deferred ordinary annuity. Sige. Sige, by the way po, before we go there sa formulas, for deferred annuity, naa siya deferred ordinary annuity, naa po tayo deferred annuity due. Okay? So what is your formula for your future value of deferred ordinary annuity? Anyone? Sige, anyone, saan? Sige, class. Anyone, unsa man ang kuan? Formula for future value. Ayun. Sige. Without using the table factor. Okay. T times. Okay, so this is for your this is the present value of this is present value man kay negative n man, future value man ta. Sige, anyone? Sige ha. So according to, if anyone can see ang kanang chat ni Blessing of Cortez, na deferred annuity is the same as the future value of the ordinary annuity. So meaning, ang formula nato for our deferred future value of deferred ordinary annuity is same lang gyapon sa tong formula for future value of tawag dito, future value of ordinary annuity. So that is payment times 1 plus I to the raised to the power of n, and then minus 1, and then over I. Okay. Sandali niyo ang formula, guys. Anyone? Guys, maawa kayo. Say yes, say no.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Sige. Now, maghatag tayo example. Which example do you want? Do you want the example from the book, or do you want a kanang murag Sir JP type na example?
Pwede both, sir.
Sige, let's try muna aning sa libro, no? So, find the future value of an annuity. Sa classroom may batas. Sarat. Hanggang saan? Payable at the end of each quarter for 6 payments. Was the interest rate is 6% compounded quarterly. The first payment is due at the end of 9 months. Okay? So, sige ha. Our payment is equal to 1,000. And then our what do you call this one? Payment is 1,000. I is equal to 0.06 over 4 kay quarterly man. M nato would be, N nato would be 6, kaya yun naman siya nga 6 payments. And then, what else? How much is our period of deferment? So anyone? How long is our period of deferment? Anybody know how to solve for the period of deferment? Anybody? Okay, sige. So, yun siya. So, this is year 0. And then, this is, this is 9 months. Okay. Now, how do you solve for your period of deferment, man? Outage. 9 months, this is 6 months, this is 3 months. Okay. Kay quarterly man, di ba? So every 3 months na. Now, kanang, so how do you solve for your period of deferment ba, guys? So, di ba, future value na siya of deferred ordinary annuity, and the payment daw occurred at the end of 9 months. So, the first payment occurred here. This is 1,000. Right? So, kanus ang magit ang start sa imuhang kanang tawag niyo annuity computations? Is it on the 9 months ba? Or is it here on the 6 months? Anyone? Guys? Napa ko kay istorya? Anyone? Can you hear me? Guys, madugan ko ninyo dili. Please tubagak ko.
Dungan man sir.
Asdugan di ay. So kato kanang so the payment occurred on the 9th month. So unsa lugar unsa man imuhang kanang unsa ang kano sa nag-start ang imuhang murag loan yun actually kanang murag after the period of deferment? Is it on the 9th month or on the 6th month? Any ideas? Wala? Sige. Now this is future value of deferred ordinary annuity. So meaning the payments occur at the end of every period. So meaning ang the kanang the loan actually, or the annuity period actually started on the 3 months before this one. Sa beginning sa end sa imong 9 month kay, di ba? And man ang payment, sa meaning, ang start sa loan is on the beginning of your 7th month or at the end of your 6th month. So meaning your period of deferment is actually 2 quarters, or that is so ano siya actually, D is equal to katong date of payment. So that is, for example, this one, this is the 3rd quarter minus 1 quarter din ka, because this is ordinary annuity. So meaning your period of deferment is equal to 2 quarters. Nasundan ba, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So period of deferment is 2. Okay. So with that, di ba ingon ta nga kanang kung sa future value of deferred ordinary annuity, iyang formula is same lang gyapon sa future value of ordinary annuity. Now, in the formula ba mag-matter ba nga na ID or wala? Mag-matter ba si D or dili? Period of deferment. Actually, dili siya mag-matter. Kaya again, dili sa tong formula, wala man siya na-appeal. So with that, even if without solving D, you can solve for the future value of your kanang annuity, which is 1,000 times nato siya og 1 plus 0.06 over 4 raised to the power of and nato is 6, and then over 0.06 over 4. So as ano naman siya? Bakit hindi siya ano?
Only -1, sir.
Ay, wala yung -1. Char. Dito. -1. Okay. Space. Okay, so muna siya ang answer nga. Ang answer ng balyada actually is 6229.55. Okay, so using the formula, you can still get the same answer. Question? Wala. Okay. Sige, now, let's move to an example ng more Sir JP nga exam. Then, asa na sa dapit? Actually, guys, isa yun naman akong example, Dani. So, then, the birth of a child. Okay. Yes. Not this one. Sige, let's try this one. So what is the future? Ay, kamay na kayo siya, no? So what is the future value of 20 semi-annual payments of 150,000 each made at the end of each 6 months when the first payment is made at the end of 1.5 years if money is worth 10%? Okay, so ana siya payment. Again, when it comes to future value, we can ignore D. So payment is 150,000. I is equal to, what is I? 6 months. So that's 0.10 over 2. Because at end of it is 6 months, so that's semi-annual. And N nato is 20. So with that, we simply have to calculate the what do you call this one? Future value. So 1,150 times nato ng 1 1 plus I. One I nato is points 10 over 2 raised to the power of 20 minus 1, and then divide nato ng 10 over 2. Okay. So meaning this is your future value. Now then try to input that same information in your calculator and try to see if you can arrive at the same answer. Do you have your calculators with you, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, try na po nag-calculate kung makuha ba ninyo siya.
Sir, makuha na.
Okay, very good. Sige. Now, since ang formula ni FVD ni future value of deferred ordinary annuity is same lang siya with future value of ordinary annuity, when N is missing and when payment and I is missing, you may refer to the discussion in chapter 4 kaya ato. Okay? Noted?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's go to present value of deferred annuity because I will give emphasis to this one kay kani siya is a different formula. So present value of deferred ordinary annuity. Sige. So let's try muna and can anyone give me the formula for this one? Wala siya nabutang sa libro, pero can anyone derive the formula for me? Or like based lang sa descriptions niya? Magulat ko sa inyo hang chat dito sa ano ha. Okay ha. Isa. This one? I made that. I made that myself. Insert lang lines. Wala na good.
Agi, murag drawings na siya.
Yes. So, pag gusto may paraan, ganon. Okay. So I'll be sending you a kanang photo of the formula. Check your messenger, pero ako na po siyang i-post diri. Yeah, basta na ba? Very good. Okay. Okay. So this might not be there in your book, pero actually, ma-derive ninyo na siya if you just read it, kung giyon sa niya pag-describe ang pag-solve niya, no? So this is the formula. Klaro na ba ninyo, guys? Klaro na? Okay. Sige, now let's try to solve the example sa book kung sakto ba akong formula kaya basi nagtumong-tumong na pud ko no tas wrong dito. Assuming kika sir. Charot. Okay, let's see. 6. Alam ko dapat. Pictures. Tara. Okay. So the problem is find the present value assuming that payments were made even during ayun to the find the present value of an annuity present value of an annuity of 1,000 pesos payable at the end of each quarter for 6 payments. The interest rate is 6%. Compounded quarterly. The first payment is due at the end of 9 months. Okay. So we now know here that our payment is 1,000. Our for 6 payments, so our N is 6. Our I is 0.06 over 4. And what is our D, guys? What is our D? 2. Very good. Okay. So same gapon siya here. Pag ordinary annuity galit ka, it's D is katong start sa imong payment, divide mo sa imong kanang number of months per period, and then so you'll get 3 quarters and then minus 1, so that's 2. Okay, so with that our present value would be payment is 1,000 times 1 minus 1 plus 0.06 over 4 raised to the power of negative 6, and then over 0.06 over 4, and then times the taog 1 plus 0.06 over 4 raised to the power of negative 2. Okay, so as you can see, guys, ang answer ni Balyada is 5530.04, and using the formula we arrived at the same answer. Masundan yun sa pagkuha. Okay. Question so far.
Yun sa pagkuha ang B, sir?
Yun sa pagkuha ang D. O, diba? Diba, at the end of 9 months man siya, diba? At the end of 9 months, and then pila ka book months every quarter?
3.
3. So meaning, how many quarters ang covered? That's 9 divided by 3. We have 3 quarters. Tama?
Yes, sir.
And you just simply deduct 1 quarter from your result. Ano man, 9 months siya nagbayad, ordinary annuity man siya. So meaning, ang start yun niya is at the beginning of the 7th month or at the end of the 6th month. So meaning, ang period of deferment nimo is only 2 periods.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
So, constant ang 1.
Yes, gang.
Okay, sir.
Pero dapat ha, imo sa i-express imong period into number of kanang compounding period, number of, for example, kung quarterly, number of quarters, kung monthly, number of months, ana, okay? Tandaan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige.
Yes, sir.
Now, let's see an example. Mag-base sa ano. Isa naman to. Okay, so this one. Let's try this one. If 40,000 quarterly payments were made at the end of 3 years for 10 times, what is the value today if interest rate is 12%? Okay. So, pila tong payment? Payment na to is 40,000. Our N is pila man? 10. Ano siya? 10 times man daw. I na to is 0.12 over 4. Kay quarterly man. Now, how much is, how long is your D? Or what is your D? Okay, I'll look for responses here. I'll wait for your chat. What is D? What is D? $11. Well, let's see if 11 ba siya. So, 3 years man, no? So, that's 3 years. Pila ka buok siya quarters in 3 years? That's 3 times 4. Tama?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay, so that's 3 times 4. And then minus 1. So, D is equal to 12 minus 1, 11. Very good, Alexander. So, D is 11. So, with that, we solve by substituting our values to the formula. So, that's 40,000. 40,000. Multiply nato ng 1 minus 1 plus 0.12 over 4 raised to the power of negative 10. And then, okay. Then, over 0.12 over 4 times 1 plus 0.12 over 4 raised to the power of negative 11. Oh, what is this? What is happening to the world? 40,000 times 1 minus 1 minus 1 plus 1 over 12. Okay. 0.12 over 4. Okay. So let's see if you can get the same answer. Anyone? Same ba mag-answer sa inyong pag-solve? Or did you try to solve it?
Yes, sir.
Same og nakuha?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. So with that, ang kuan dayon, the problem here lies na dayon when the kanang phrase di pa sa payment kasi send pa man si payment, sige. For payment, what is the formula for payment? If payment is unknown, what is your formula? If payment is unknown, what is your formula? Anyone? You may use the formula I gave you to derive the formula for payment. Okay, so I sent you the. Okay. Sige ha. Nice try, Blasi. Thank you so much for, aray ko, for at least participating. Okay, this one. Feeling mo friends. Anyway guys, makita nyo ra? Klaro ra?
Sir.
Okay. Sige. So, di ba si payment man ang anon? So, with that, atong ipangbalhin ang values nga tawag ani oy nga dili payment padulong sa PICAS now. So, si I mahimo na siyang numerator, this one. And then, di ba remember, kung nag-negative din ni siya, meaning equal na siya sa 1 over 1 plus I to the power of positive D. Right? So, meaning, denominator ganyan siya here, tapos pagbalhin dito mo, may mo siyang numerator and then positive. Or i-maintain mo sa numerator, pero ma-change na lang niyang sign from negative to positive over 1 minus, kani siya, 1 plus I to the power of negative n. Nasundan ba ang derivation sa formula?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. Tapos, sige ha, so let's try if makuha bagay natin siya. So, ingon siya, payment ko no is PVDOA times nato ng I nato is 0.12 over 4 times nato siya og 1 plus I plus 0.12 over 4 raised to the power of our D is 11 and then all over din taog 1 1 minus 1 plus 0.12 over 4 raised to the power of negative n, so that's negative 10. And then that's it. And you'll get 40,000 which is equal sa ato ang payment dere. Sige da, kamo ko na try if you'll get, if makuha ba ninyo ang kanang same nga value. Same lang ba?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sige. So with that, next na nga problem is what if si n ang pangutana? Can we solve for n? Try ko na mag-derive sa formula, guys. Kung ma-derive ba siya. Si n ang pangutana, no?
Iyado, oh, init ang kuan man ba? Homeo for suspension of classes tomorrow. Please be informed that Sibunshay General Assembly and election will be conducted at the General Assembly will be to the Google Class and Certificate. There will be a meeting via Wednesday right after the General Assembly. Small group face-to-face and small group face-to-face, right? In relation to this activities one, may I request
Guys, nag-try ba pag-derive sa formula? Sepo? Nag-try mag-solve or wala? Sige ha, let's see. What if C, kinsa to anong galianing N? Atong may large. Kaya na, maklaro na ninyo. Guys, maklaro na?
Makaraan, sir.
Sige ha, so present value of deferred ordinary annuity is equal to payment times katatong formula ganiya 1 minus 1 plus I to the power of n over I tapos times 1 plus I to the power of negative t. And then tapos so si n man ang nabilin, we simply have to ng si n ang dapat ipang transfer to ang other things. So with that, si payment mahimong denominator, si I mahimong numerator, kay cross multiply man, and then si 1 plus I from negative sign, mahimo siyang positive sign. Nasundan so far?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay, tapos
Yes,
ato
sir.
din kani siya nga tibok na kanang function ato din siya kasi kanang atong goal man is dapat positive ang iyang sign ni n. So with that ato ning ibalhin iyang negative 1 plus I para may mo siyang positive 1 plus I to the power of negative n, and then this one siya ang mabalhin sa pikas. So 1 minus PVDOA times I times 1 plus I raised to the power of D over payment. So then so far sundan?
Sundan, sir.
Okay. Sige. So kani ang negative n dayon again is iyahang ko ani iyang true yung kanang positive form ani would be
Yes, sir.
1 over 1 plus I to the power of n. So with that, to get n nga mahimo siyang numerator, ato siyang i-cross multiply. So with that, mahimo din siyang 1 plus I to the power of n is equal to 1 over 1 minus PVDOA times I times 1 plus I to the power of D over payment. And then, to solve for n, we use logarithm. So, log of this function over log of 1 plus I. Nasundan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. Now, our information is this one. So, payment is 40,000. Now, here is si N ang unknown. So, we don't know N yet. So, I want you to grab your calculator and then try to solve this in your calculators and let's see if you can get 10. Okay? So, I want everybody to try. So, let's see. Log of 1 over 1 minus 246. 496. 246, 496. Okay. Over. I did it again. Times 0.12 over 4. And then times 1 plus 0.12 over 4 raised to the power of 11. And then payment nato is 40,000. Yes. And then natin tayo log of 1 plus 0.12 over 4. Okay. So did you get the same answer with me? Which is 9.99999 rounded off to 10. Wala pa naman. Sige. So for those nga medyo dili sure kung unsa anong pag-enter ang sinaong ana sa inyong calculators, no? So here's how it looks like. Wait lang ha. Let's turn on my cam. Okay. Klaro na ba ninyo akong camera? Camera, akong calculator? Klaro na ang figures? Slices? Wait lang.
What time ka mga
5:30. Muntan ko nimo. This one guys, klaro na ang kanang figure sa calculator.
Dili, sir.
Dili
Medyo
maklaro.
blurred, sir.
Ha? Medyo blurred. Ang uban, maklaro ninyo?
Dili gyapon, sir.
Oh my God, bakit? Ako ang blurry or inyong signal ang blurry? Sure. How about that one? Dili gapon?
Gray raw makita, sir.
Oh my God. Yeah. Ito ispatan. Ispato na to. The struggle is real. Bakit kanina nakita naman nila yung fingers? Kung akong anaan, di gapon? Na Japon guys?
Sir.
Wala, sir.
Ding samot, sir. Okay. Maybe it's because of my signal din kasi. My God, baka mahina na yung internets. Bakit ako nahihiya? What to do?
Sir, what if i-picture na lang ang calculator, sir?
Taas kay siya gang. Wait lang ha. Videohan ko na lang. Char, videohan ko na lang. Yeah. Okay. So muna siya nga 1, ang numerator is 1. Ako na lang explain din ha. 1. Numerator is 1, tapos the denominator will be 1 minus our future value, future value, present value, and then times na to CI, 12 divided by 4, and then times na to C, 1 plus I to the power of 11, which is our D, and then over dahil na to C, payments. See 40,000. And then next is to the pinaka-denominator log of 1 plus I. Okay. Aray ko, Jesus Christ. I'll try to send it to your GC, ha? Send ko ni. Ayun, na-send. Tanawa lang ninyo, guys. Tas, try it yourself. Guys, dili man ka blurry ang katong Excel file. Blurry or dili?
Dili, sir. Maklaro la, sir.
Okay, sige. Sige, given sa katong instruction sa video nga akong gisend sa inyo ang GC, makuha na ba si 10 or 9.9999 rounded off to 10? Kuha na ba? Ayo.
Try pa sir.
Error mo, sir.
Syntax error ba nakulangan mo og parenthesis? Sige, check. I'll wait.
Yes, sir.
Ang mo ba nakuha na ninyo?
Try pa, sir.
Okay, sige. Wait lang ha. Wait lang guys. What's wrong with the one Ako ang nag-research dito. Research. Ako ang nag-research. Include sa LSTP na lang tayo. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Mag-hi, chat. Hindi ka po yung nakukatubang sa imong naon dahil.
Ito na lang ka po. Magkatibag mo.
Okay. Guys, nakuha na? Ay, asa mo to? Nag-mute ba ko sa mic?
Try pa, sir. Nag-try.
Try magyapon?
Wala. Di gyapon sir, syntax error gyapon.
Okay. I-try check ang mga parentheses. Masig need sa inyong calculator nga tanan na parentheses. Duwagi lang ninyo.
Sir, pila ganito, sir?
10. 9.99. O sige, mag-try kung isa ka.
9.99, sir.
9.99999 nga ma-round off to 10.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. Now, para sa katong mga syntax error ang inyo ang katong syntax error ang tawag ani syntax error ang mga calculator. Ka-remember mo pa mo sa inyong store function dili na Hello.
Sir, dili na.
Di na mo ka-remember atong store sa calculator? Akong gito last time? Sige ha. Di ba good niyo maklaro akong kuan? Oy, sige. Sige. Follow me. Follow me. Follow you. Sige ha. Try to follow my kanang solving method ha. So, let's concentrate muna on this portion ha. Kani. So that's PVDOA. So that's 246496. So if naay fraction nga kuan, naay fraction nga kanang option ang inyong calculators.
Naa, sir.
Okay, so kana sa fraction at sa numerator nga part isulat ni si PVDOA. So 246496 times nato. Nakuha ra? Nakuha ra?
Buha na ko, sir.
Sige, so for
9.99.
kapin-kapin nga mahimo siyang 10, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So for the others, kato 246496, i-times na to siya og 0.12 over 4. And then times dayon ta og 1 plus 0.12 over 4 raised to the power of 11. So, ingan iyahang now. Guys, di ninyo maklaro, no?
Dili, sir.
Sige. So, ang voice lang na ako ang i-follow now. So, again, sa numerator, 246496 times parenthesis nga 0.12 over 4 times parenthesis nga 1 plus 0.12 over 4 raised to the power of 11 over payment ng 40,000. So, answer, you'll get 0.25 2559. Tama? Nag-follow mo sa ako? Wala. Basta mo na siya. Tapos, 1 minus answer din ka. And then, you divide, tapos 1 minus answer equal sign. And then 1 divided by answer equal sign. So, you'll get 1.3439. And then, press shift. And then, press the RCL button na ay STO sa taas, which means store. And then, press kadang button na ay A sa taas, which is A. So, mugawas din ng answer, tapos arrow, tapos A. So, you'll get, para ma-check imuhang kuan, kung nasulod ba siya sa A, you'll check alpha A. So, that's, nigawas na din ang 1.3439. And then, simple din ka, fractional form. So, log of A, log of alpha A, close, over log of 1 plus I, 1 plus 0.12 over 4. You will still get 9.999999957. Okay? Or 10. Pero guys, nasundan naman ninyo, no? Ang pag-solve for N. Tama?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
let's go to how to solve for I. Now, how to solve for I. Do you think that we can solve for I using the formula? Feeling ninyo, sa kanika complicated na formula, do you think we can solve for I? Yes or no? Anyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. For our interest, we can only use interpolation or kanang trial and error method. And then, if you can remember, katotong high-low method. Okay? High-low method. I have introduced this to you during chapter 2 and 3. Pero just as refresher, for a high-low method naman, guys, marag mo ni ang antong information nga known dayon. Our information N is 10. I is unknown. Okay. Sige. So for our high-low method, what we do is we assume percentages. Okay? So, by the way, before we proceed to high-low method, what do you think is the difference between future value amounts and present value amounts when it comes to annuity? What do you think is the difference? Ano na tubig, no? Kuha ka ng morning. Sige guys, ito. What's the difference between present value and future value? Anyone? Sige. So, when you say present value, it's from something to nothing. And then when you say future value, it's from nothing to something. Sundan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, yes, Alexander, unsay tulo ka line? Unsay tulo ka line? Katunang timeline? Alexander? Hello?
Katanong sa calculator yung pasabot ganina, sir.
Sa calculator. Tulo ka line. Oh, kwanto siya sa fraction to siya nga function sa calculator. Okay, sige. Now, so mag-assume ta og form og kanang mga og percentages kay diha man gyud na siya diha man gyud iyahang what do you call this one? That's the only way nga what do you call this? That's the only way nga mag-solve nato si I. So, usually start ko sa 10%. So, using this katong ato ang kuan, using this, okay. So, ako orang assuming man di ba nga wala ta kabalo sa ato ang interest rate. So, 10 per murang i-substitute sa 10% diha tanan, and you will get 266,813.6. Now, guys, the thing here is that when it comes to kung sa future value, the higher the interest rate, the higher the future value. When it comes to present value, the higher the interest rate, the lower or the lesser the present value. So now, what do you think should we do? Kay di ba 246 atong aim and what we got is 266. Do we have to increase our interest rate or do we have to decrease it?
Decrease it.
Okay. Atong goal is di ba i-decrease nato si present value. Ay ang kada atong value nga nakuha, and then again sa present value man kay the higher the interest rate, the lower the present value. So since we need to go lower, meaning we need to increase our interest rate. Okay, sige. So 0.11, 0.11, and then 0.11. Okay, so namubo siya, but we're still not there. We still have to go lower. So let's try 0.12. 12. 12. Okay, so dayon nakuha dayon nato tong answer. So meaning our interest rate is 0.12. But I want to give an example, guys, wherein kanang in between sa whole numbers ang atong interest rate. So assuming kanya siya We're made at 3 years, 10 times interest rate is 12.4. Sige ha. So, pila na iyahang kuan na yun. Pila iyahang PBTO. So, 12.4. Okay? So, meaning mo na ito ang PBDOA. N na ito is 10. Assuming I is unknown. B is 11 and payment is assignment ba? Saan na to? Ha? Try na. Chat ko yung gabi hindi. Try na ko online. Ha? Maakot ta. Try na na to. Yes. Okay, so payment is 40,000. Okay. So again, let's go with our high-low method. So again, I usually start at 0.10. So assuming 0.10. Sige, ano na lang. So we know guys, kaniha nga at 0.12, it's 246,496. Now, di ba, we still have to go higher. So let's try 0.13. 0.13, 0.13, and 0.13. Okay, so this is kanang lower na of our target amount. So meaning our target interest rate is in between 12% and 13%. We will set this value as our high and this is our low and this is our X. Kaya ang formula di ba ni high-low method, it's either high minus X over high minus low or X minus low over high minus low. So, nasundan ka nung muna itong high o low, malamang kaya dito tayo matanaw sa interest rate, ba dito tayo matanaw sa iyahang amount. Sundan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so high minus X. Tapos, this one is high minus low. Other nga side, it's either X minus low and then high minus low. And then we divide these two over this one and then over this one. Okay. So with that, pag-solve na yun nato sa kung saan nga to ang interest rate, it's this way. Common si high dire, di ba? Tama?
Yes, sir.
So we go so unsa ang interest rate ni high? It's 12%. So 12% ta mag-start. In order to get a number in between 12 and 13, do we add or deduct this number? Unsa man siya, add or deduct? Anyone? Again? Napababo?
Napa, sir.
Okay, so again. Di ba high ang common? So high ta sa 12 ta mag-start. In order to get a number in between 12 and 13, do we add or deduct this one? To 12. Add or deduct?
Add.
Add, very good. So
Add,
meaning
sir.
that's 12 plus this one. Okay, so 12.41%. Or we can use this, or the other side, low and common, so we start with 0.13. So in order to get a number in between 12 and 13, do we add or deduct this number from 13?
Deduct.
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 So in either way, imong buhaton, you will arrive at the same percentage. Nasundan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so meaning daw, atong interest is, let's try kung 1241. So let's try kung mao ba iyahang makuha, no? So 1241, 1241, and 1241. Okay. And then, so 242,543.3. So, tuod, gamay ra siya ligas, pero dili pag siya sakto nga figure, no? Medyo layo pa siya. So, our goal here is to get as kanang close as possible. So, do we need to get higher? Do we need to get a higher number or lower number? Guys. Hello? So 25242,638 is higher than 543. So we need to go higher.
Low. Higher than.
Now, since we need to go higher sa atong present value, unsa atong buhaton sa ato ang interest rate? Higher, lower?
Lower.
Okay, so we lower this one. Kay inverse ilang relationship to 12.40. So here, naman tayo na to. So 40, 40, and 40. And we got the same amount. So meaning your interest rate is 12.40. Now, mga tanong mo, sir, ganun i-adjust pa man nato siya? Because interpolation is a process of approximation. Now, to be accurate, you have to adjust it kay para makabalo ka kung unsa gyud dapat ang imong rate na gamiton. Noted?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sige. Questions so far? Anyone? Deferred. Guys? Question? Sundan ra ba? People of the world and the Philippines and the universe? You still there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sige. Now, let's go to kay, di ba, ayun ko ganiha sa itong deferred annuity na apod tayo deferred annuity due. Na idowa na apod tayo dad. So with that, what is the formula for this one? Guys, what's the formula for this one? So same gapon siya, no? For our fair value of deferred annuity due, of future value. For our future value of deferred annuity due, yung formula is same lang gapon siya sa formula ni annuity due. So meaning, from this formula, add ka lang ng multiplied by 1 plus I. Okay, so assuming this one, pero what is the future value of 27 annual payments of 50,000 each made at the beginning of each 6 months? And the first payment is made at the end of 1.5 years. Okay. At the lapse na lang. Okay. Okay. Sige. So with that, guys, diri ato nga payment nato is pila tong payment? It's 150,000. For our I, it's 0.10 over 2. For our N is 20. Now, what is our D? People of the world and the Philippines and the universe. What is our D? Anyone?
8. 8.
Hmm. Okay, so our D here is let's try. Okay. So insya at the lapse of 1.5 years. So after 1.5 years, nag-start din siya pay. So actually here, ang imuhang D is diretso na ka. D nimo is pila na si 1.5 years, that 1.5 divided by 0.5, tama? Right? Or 1.5, 1.5 years is 18 months, no?
Yes, sir.
Divided by 6. So diretso na ka, wala na kay minus 1. Kaya diba, for ordinary annuity, we have to deduct 1 because ang payment magud niya is kana manggong tawag ano if you can remember, for example lagi, for example kaning diri pila quarters ang nilabay, that's quarter 1, quarter 2, and quarter 3. Nag-pay siya is at the end of quarter 3, so meaning nag-start yun ang iyahang period is at the beginning of quarter 3. Muto siya nga, ang period of deferment is only 2 periods. Muna nagmas minus 1 dito diretso. While diri sa ato ang annuity due, nagbayad siya first is at pag after na human na sa 1.5 years. Tapos 'di ba beginning man siya of the period permanente. So meaning imong period of deferment is the whole 1.5 years. Nasundan? Nasundan, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So our period of deferment is 3. But it doesn't matter for future value calculations because we don't use it. Ay murag kuan siya kanang wala siya purpose. Charot. Kanang wala siya part sa iyahang formula. So that's 150,000 times nato siya ng 1 plus 0.10 over 2. Raise nato siya to n nato is 20. Tapos minus ta ng 1. And then over ta ng I, which is 0.10 over 2. And then multiply ta ng 1 plus 0.10 over 2. Okay? So try inputting this information in your calculator and see if you will get the same answer as me. Wait lang ha. Okay? May ba mong nakuha, guys? Anyone? Are you still there? Say mo nakuha?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. Now, kung ang unknown for this is payment and og I, refer to the discussion for chapter 5 sa kanang future value of Annuity due. Okay? Sundan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, like po siya ang istorya kung we talk about present value of deferred annuity due. So, ang iyang formula for that would be
Sukay kayo nag-watch mo sa koan ka ng kung DJ Clear talent call.
Wala.
Hello? Oh, department. Ay, hindi na siguro sa may rules, pero dito medyo mga sulong. Ay, basta na taas. Ako sa mga. Okay. Ulit?
Muli na. Muli ba?
Ano ang
Sana'y di magmali. Tara na ninyo guys ang formula. People?
Kita na naman, sir.
Okay, sige. Now, actually guys, this is just simply ang mura man ni ang formula nimo sa imuhang kanang annuity due, and then dungagan mo lang ng 1 plus I to the power of negative d. Same gyapon diri sa ato ang ordinary annuity. Kani siya is formula ra man nimo sa imuhang present value of ordinary annuity, dungagan mo lang ng 1 plus I to the power of negative d. Sundan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, nga naman na, sir, nga nahimo man siyang 1 minus d. Now, remember, kung same siya o base, pwede nimo siya ma-add, iyang exponents. So, exponent niya is 1, so iyang negative d, so it's 1 minus d. So, solving a problem, let's try. Okay. So if 40,000 quarterly payments were made, so payment is 40,000. Tapos, payment is 40,000. What else? N is 10. I is 0.12 over 4. Okay. If 40,000 quarterly payments were made at the end of 3 years. If 40,000 were made at the end of 3 years. For 10 times. Okay. At the lapse of 3 years. 10 times. This is very good. Okay. Pila man atong period of deferment, guys? If 40,000 quarterly payments. Okay, sige. Pila tong period of deferment? Anyone? Pila ang period of deferment?
12, sir.
Okay, very good. So, diretso na yun ta. It's 3 times 4. Okay, again, when it comes to annuity due, wala tayo minus 1. So, period of deferment is 12. Okay, so our future value, to present value na dayan is 40,000 na payment. Times na to og 1 minus 1 plus 0.12 over 4 raised to the power of negative 10. Tapos, over dayon na to og 0.12 over 4. And then, times tayo na to ng 1 plus 0.12 over 4 raised to the power of 1 minus 12. Okay. Now try inputting this information on your calculator and let's see if you will get the same answer as me.
Oh. Ano ni Sir Jones? Sa dami, or print na lang din.
Guys.
Pero make sure na lang ng answer ka ni Fernando. Kaya itong agi na mga floor plan, kaya wala na yung pero makikita naman dito.
Same ra, sir.
Same ra. Okay, very good.
Spending na.
Okay, sige. So with that, okay, so sa katong derivation po dayon sa iwasan lang nato ang derivation sa formula for payment N og I ha, and then we'll end there. Okay lang ba?
Okay ra, sir.
Okay, sige. So what? Diyan na. Na ay letter sa Office of the Dean. Ay katong gipasa bitaw ni Dean sa atong group chat, kato ang gigamit.
Pero mga ito, ano?
Oo.
Yun lang, edit yun.
Ha?
Edit ko naman.
Oo. So, nagalit din to. Yun. Okay. Ipang-take note ang mga names para ano. Pwede ka mag-listen later basig we will magkuantod ka na same na office. Okay, para ninyo guys ang formula.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sige. Tapos, kuan siya, tawag ani. So, for this one, payment man ang unknown. So, atong ipang-eliminate ang tanan nga dili payment. So, that's PV dad times I over 1 minus 1 plus I minus N times ang dayon ka 1 plus I raised to the power of 1 minus D. Nasundan, kay numerator man and then numerator po ni, so may mo silang denominator dire. Tama? Sundan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. So, given this information, PV that okay. So, pila man itong payment, no? So, That's PV dot is 496 times nato ng 0.12 over 4. And then all over 1 minus 1 plus 0.12 over 4 raised to the power of negative 10. And then times nato ng 1 plus I is 0.12 over 4 raised to the power of 1 minus 12. Okay, nasundan ninyo ang pag-input sa information?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we will get 40,000 nga payment, which is kato atong payment diriya. Okay. Now, what if si N ang unknown? So, unsa may formula for N? Muna kagbuni-muni sa Joe. Muna kagbuni-muni. Okay.
Pag i-let go na gano'n, Okay. 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 Hindi mo naman. Wait. This one. Okay. Okay, so this is the problem, the formula. And then
ang unknown is si N man, so we have to eliminate na dili nga wala si N. Ay itong mga kanang functions nga wala si N. So mabilin si 1 minus 1 plus I to the power of negative N equals PV dad times I over payment divided times 1 plus I to the power of 1 minus D. And then since negative din siya diri, dapat may siyang positive, so magbaylo sila. So that's 1 plus I to the power of negative N. And then negative minus PV dot times I over payment times 1 plus I to the power of 1 minus D. And then, dapat nahimo siyang positive, so ato siyang i-express into 1 over 1 plus I to the power of N. Cross multiply, so we get 1 plus I to the power of N equals 1 over 1 minus PV dot times I over payment times 1 plus I to the power of 1 minus D. And then with that, from that, makalog na ito. So logarithm of 1 over 1 minus PV dot times I over payment times 1 plus I to the power of 1 minus D all over log of 1 plus I. So sundan ninyo ang pag-derive sa formula.
Yes, sir.
Guys, nasundan ra?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So with that, si N ko no is unknown and then payment is 40,000. Okay. So I want you to input to try to kanang input it in your calculator sa kaninga mga substitute lang ninyo ni siya nga data, and then let's see if you'll arrive at the answer of 10. Okay, sige daw guys. Okay, did you get this? Did you get 10 or 9.9999997? Guys? Okay,
Wala pa,
sige.
sir. Wala pa naman, sir.
Sige. Katong sa mga wala pa na human, sige, padayon lang sa...
Kuha, sir.
Okay, sige. Now, let's move on to solving I. Again, for solving I, we use interpolation through high-low method. Okay, so with this, N is 10, this is the kuno is unknown. Yeah? Really, na ako sa na ako sa Muswan. Wait lang guys Wait sa guys ha. Where were we? Sige, sa interpolation using high-low method. Okay? Tapos, so here, again, same ra po ng atong buhaton. Assume lang taog mga percentages and then let's start with 10%. Kamo, dili siya necessary nga sa 10% ka mag-start permanently ha. You can assume any figure, you can start from any percentage you want. Okay? So again, since tako siya amount and we need to go lower, we need to increase our percentage. Then this is 0.11, 0.11, 0.11. Then di pa gyud, so another increase, so 2.12, so 0.12, 0.12, and then 0.12. With that, no need to do the high-low method because we already got the answer that we needed. So the percentage, the rate of percentage sa ato ang our inom is 12%. Sundan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. Question, so kung naay instances para atong kang gawa na kanang 12.4 ang iyang answer, simply use the high-low method, okay?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sige. Now, is there any other questions? Guys?
Wala na, sir. Kuhan lang, practice na lang ang mga formula, sir.
Sige, practice lang sa formula, no? Okay. And then, by the way, I might siguro I'll conduct siguro a class tomorrow with Axie 1C para mahuman natin sa chapter 6. Among topic would be perpetuity. Kaya atong nahuman today is taman lang man ta deferred annuity. Okay, so wait for the video na lang dayon sa classroom o sa YouTube. Okay, I'll be uploading it right away. Ha?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sige. Thank you so much guys for coming, for joining this evening. Hopefully that you have learned something, and then kung naman may questions, just chat it lang dito sa ato ang GC ha.
Yes, sir. Salamat, sir.
Okay, sir.
So kung wala na questions, thank you again guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye-bye, sir.
Bye,
Bye.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hawa diretso sa kuan ha sa kanang sa meet kay para madalo na ko diretso ang video. Ha? Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye-bye na daw.